Hey, welcome everyone to the very first episode of Bloggers Are Weird. I'm your host, DJ Paris, and my blog is thoughtsfromparis.com. No, it has nothing to do with Paris, France, because that would be really boring and not funny and lame. So it's my last name, right? So what is Bloggers Are Weird and why did I start it? Well, first of all, bloggers are weird. And I don't mean in that, hey, we're all weirdos kind of weird. I mean, seriously, bloggers are screwed up. We put our personal lives online, for Christ's sakes, right? We have boundary issues, massive boundary issues, but people with boundary issues are a hell of a lot of fun. So over the past year, I've been fortunate enough to be able to meet some of my favorite writers, even seen some of them read live, which is really cool. And then it hit me, why not have a place where bloggers can read their posts live, and then we can chat and learn more about them. So for my very first show, I chose one of my favorite bloggers, Elizabeth, from flourishandprogress.com. She's just simply one of the funniest people on the planet, full stop. For a girl. No, seriously, her writing is really, really strong. I often get mad at her, and when I say mad at her, I mean just mad at the computer screen because she writes funnier than I do, and I'm pretty funny. So anyway, she's really, really good. So sit back, crack a Corona or whatever your drug of choice is. Mine is Wintergreen Lifesavers. See, I am weird. And enjoy Elizabeth reading one of her posts. Then we're going to talk to her and see if she truly is an Asian gangsta. Did I say gangster? Or no, I said gangsta. Okay, good. Or just a regular old Asian. So, not old Asian. She's like 32. But anyway, a regular Asian. That joke got totally botched. So anyway, she's great. You're going to like her. So sit tight, and we'll be right back. Today's podcast is sponsored by romance-text.com. Looking to reignite the passion in your relationship? You have to check out romance-text.com. This is how to use text messages to bring back the passion and reignite the spark you once had. Now, if you're thinking this sounds cheesy, or maybe it's just learning how to send dirty text messages, it's actually not. This program by relationship expert Michael Fiore has been featured in over 200 television and radio shows. This program has a money-back guarantee. It is normally $97, but listeners of Bloggers Are Weird get a special price of only $47 for the entire program. By purchasing the program, you help support this show. Visit romance-text.com and get the passion back. So what are you doing for the holidays, by the way?
In November, I was in Vegas 10 out of the 30 days in November, and then I was in San Francisco for like 7. And I was really only home for 13 days, so I told my family, I just want to be in LA. And not only in LA, because my husband suggested, let's go stay at a hotel then. I said, I want to be in my home, in my home. So that's what we're going to do. And if family wants to see us, then they're going to have to come here.
I just like that you were gone more than half the month, as every responsible parent should be. By the way, I'm currently speaking with Elizabeth Jayne Liu from Flourish and Progress. And first of all, thanks for being on the show, Elizabeth.
I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
You're a great liar. But anyway, this is our very first episode, which we're really excited about. And the reason why I selected you is I saw you speak at BlogHer, and you did your Gordita Savings Fund post, which was unbelievably hilarious. And I said I would love to interview you and then I started reading, and you were legitimately one of the funniest people on the web, and that's not me being, I'm not being kind, I'm just being honest. You really are. So, what are you reading for us today?
I am going to be reading a post called Cashing Out.
All right, it's yours.
So I wrote this post because every week I challenge myself to something called a Monday Dare, and this week the Monday Dare was Spend, 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 and the title is Cashing Out. Most of us can pinpoint an event which impacts us so profoundly that anything to the left of that moment in our timeline is known as the before, and everything to the right is known as the after. I thought I had my moment when I became a mother at 19. Then, when I married Harv, it seemed to me that having 2 moments was also a possibility. If only I had been able to see into the future. I won some money yesterday. I usually don't throw figures around, but I'm comfortable being candid with you. Plus, I'm pretty good at bragging, so I'll just go ahead and tell you that in one day, just one day, I pulled in a little over $14 working the slot machine grind in Las Vegas. People say that the house always wins. Who are these people? Do they know me? If you want, you can share my story about how someone you know went to Vegas as an ordinary person and came back as a winner. How good things happen to good people. Use my name. I don't need to be anonymous. I understand a lot of things today that I didn't yesterday morning. It's becoming clear who my real friends are. This morning, Sally called about a lunch date. Assessing a situation objectively is one of my talents, so I immediately picked up on her real motives. It seems odd that I posted a picture on Instagram of my first payout, 3 almost crisp dollar bills, yesterday, and she's suddenly eager to enjoy a meal together. Don't you think? I listened to some bullshit about how she wants to catch up since we haven't seen each other in a few weeks. Even though Sally asked repeatedly about my availability, I remained non-committal. I just can't. I think we both know why. Sally is probably one of many I will have to cut out of my life. I'm not going to lie. It hurts. To distract myself, I've spent a lot of time looking at the windfall, a $10 bill, 4 $1 bills, and 2 nickels. This is mine, I tell myself over and over again. It's been fun arranging the bills on my dark hardwood floor, first in descending value, then in ascending value, and finally with the 2 shiny coins as a centerpiece. A little lonely, but fun. Unlike Sally, my family has been really supportive. When they congratulated me, I could tell by the ease in their voice that they genuinely meant it. It's hard not to get jealous when fantastic things happen to people around you. Harv and Cal are encouraging me to spend the entire stack on myself. It seems weird to me, but fuck it. YOLO. Carpe diem. Show me the money. Side note. I feel like it's not really cool to say YOLO, but I guess that rule doesn't apply to me anymore because I'm rich now.
And I just learned what YOLO meant about a month ago, if that, sadly. So tell me a little bit about the process. So I know that you write every Monday and follow through on your dares. Do you have anything coming up for 2013 that should be really exciting to watch for?
You know, I never decide on a Monday dare before I sit down to write it Monday morning. So every Monday morning for the past, 28 months, I have sit down at a computer around 7:20 a.m. and I will not let myself get up unless, my bladder is about to explode or I'm about to faint because my blood sugar is super low. I will not let myself get up from my chair until I'm finished with the Monday Dare. And it's been really painful because I had never written anything longer than an email before I started blogging, and so writing is still a brand new experience to me. And sometimes it just takes me, on average it takes me about 4 hours to write my Monday Dare, but there was one Monday recently, you know what, it was in October, and I just had the worst writer's block, and I was sitting in my chair, the same one I'm sitting in right now, from about 7:20, and I got up briefly to fix myself a sandwich, and I got up briefly again to pick my daughter up from school, but I was there until about 7 p.m., and on the next day, I just did not enter my office at all because just the sight of my desk just made me ill. But so that's what I do, and I know a lot of bloggers, they have the talent and the skill to write several posts all at once, and then they time their release, but I just lack that, and I wish I had that, but I really can't write unless I feel compelled to write about something, because of something that's going on in my life or something that I saw. So I never have anything planned. It's always spur of the moment, and it's whatever I feel like.
Well, let me give you a few. I have a few ideas I thought of when you were talking about just to keep in mind for the next few weeks, even though it's not your process. I think, have you ever, well, being somebody who's blonde, I know how fantastic that is. So maybe you should become an Asian blonde for a week. I think it would be really special for you, a gift to give yourself.
You know, in high school I was blonde, and I have been thinking about going blonde again, but my hairdresser said that if I go blonde, she will break up with me, and so it's not something I've been able to do. But I have a friend of mine who's she's Asian as well, and she just recently went platinum blonde, and it's so beautiful on her.
How about this? Why don't we try to gain 10 pounds in a week? That would be fun.
I would gladly take that on. That would be fun. I would enjoy the process a lot. For me, the benefits of blogging and what I've gotten out of it, something I never thought I would, which is, meeting people like you.
Oh, well, that's very sweet. I don't personally care for you, but let's talk about your audience for a second, because they're very loyal to you, and as blog audiences tend to be. But I've wondered, what is your relationship? I noticed that you do something. I don't know if you always do it, but you respond personally, it seems, to most comments. I'm not sure if all is that a policy of yours?
I did respond to every single comment. I got on my blog since the beginning. I haven't done it lately. I've been doing a giveaway series, and so the comments have mostly been just kind of answering the giveaway question. But, I had a couple of other projects. Well, they're still going on. So since about September-ish, the commenting has been more sporadic, but I've actually already blocked out 2 days during Christmas break. I'm going to go through and answer every single comment that I haven't answered since September. There have been a few posts that I've been a little bit better about it, but usually I'm able to answer every single comment, whether I get 70 or 100 or 12. I've been good about answering it within that week. It's been a little bit hard for me in the past few months.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I let them build up, and I always have anywhere from 300 to 400 to go back to it. I don't get as many comments as you do, but I write every day. Mm-hmm. So I have, anywhere from, I don't know, 1 on a horrible day to 15. And then I let them build up. And then over the holidays, I go back. And then it's funny because people get email notified. And then I'm sure they're like, I don't remember what I wrote. I don't know what this guy, because I'll write something like, hey, great vagina joke, and then they'll go, I don't remember writing a vagina joke. No. But creepy guys don't hit on you, huh? You haven't gotten any of that.
Well, I've made it so that it's become more difficult. When I, I still have it, but when I started the public Facebook page for my blog, I had the message button active. But during the summer, the official Tupac Facebook page with over 8 million likes or whatever, they gave me a shout out, and since then, the demographics of my blog and my blog readers and my Facebook page have shifted a little bit, and so
you've been getting a lot more like college professors and scientists and things like that.
So for a while, when the message button was active, I was getting comments like, let me see your titties, and let's mate or let's date. And so I deactivated the button, and then I don't even know how they found my personal profile, Facebook profile, but then they would message me there, and so I just sort of, shifted the settings on my personal page. But now they at least do it privately through email. So, I actually keep all those emails just in case, because you never know what's going to happen. But I try not to ever answer those emails, because my personal policy has always been, if you leave a comment, I comment back. If you write me an email, I will take the time to write back. But those are the only ones I don't write back.
Do you have anyone that is very critical of grammar and commas and things of that nature?
No, I don't have people like that. I do have just general haters. I remember I had one woman write me once, and she said, I have an MFA in writing, and I started blogging around the same time you did, and I think I'm a better writer than you, and I think that I'm funnier than you, and I just want to know how you're cheating and getting the traffic that you are. And I even wrote her back. So if you send me a hateful email, that's fine. Like I'll respond to that. But no, I don't respond to titty emails.
I do respond to titty emails, but that's because I have horribly low self-esteem. All right, well, I think that's as good a note as any to go out on. So I want to say thank you for being a guest. Elizabeth, where can people find you? Flourishinprogress.com, flourishinprogress.com. If you don't know how to spell that, just Google it. It'll pop right up. Also, what is your Twitter?
On Twitter, I'm Elizabeth J. Liu, and that's spelled Liu. And on Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, I'm Flourish in Progress. And I just started Instagram a couple of months ago, and it's just literally become a series of snapshots of poor life decisions. So I feel like I need to go back and maybe edit my Instagram account.
Well, that's great, and definitely send some titty photos our way. All right, well, thanks so much for being on the first guest of the premiere episode of Bloggers Are Weird, and say goodbye, Liz.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
All right, and thank you, listeners, and send this out to your friends, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.